What's up? I'm HUGZ. That's Sam. Welcome to HUGZ. Today we're getting into Death Note, episode 26. Is it really Death Note anymore? I feel like it's a completely different show now because, spoiler alert, I don't know why you'd be watching this episode if you haven't watched the other episodes, but turn away now if you haven't, because all hell broke loose last episode. Everything we knew has changed.
Yeah.
Rem is out the game. At least it appears. There's a pile of dust with a Death Note in it.
Yes.
Watari dead. L. Ryuzaki, the man, the myth, the legend, the ultimate opponent, the Tom to Light's Jerry, dead. Or at least what appears like. I'm still holding out hope that there's some voodoo magic that he's alive. Most likely is not. And before y'all pile on me, most likely is not. But I'm holding out hope. This is an anime. There's gods of death. Anything can happen. I gotta hold out at least one episode to hold out hope that he's still alive or that something happens to keep him in the mix. Because I don't know how we go 12 more episodes.
See, that's my question, is how do we go 12 more episodes?
I don't know.
And how are they going to introduce, like, if they introduce somebody new, which I feel like they would need to do.
They would have to.
Like, if they do, like, there's just not enough time to introduce a whole new character, and that's just how I look at it, but I definitely think L's dead.
I'm very confused on where the story goes from here, unless Light goes to kill Misa, and even still, dragging that out for 12 episodes, I don't see that happening. Something else has to be in the mix, or something has to be not as it appears.
I just feel like Light would not kill Misa just because, like, she's so proven herself to him. Like, I don't know if that matters to him at all, but I just feel like he could definitely use her. I don't think he would kill her because she's got the eyes.
Well, here's my throwback theory from, like, early episodes. I don't remember how long ago. Mm-hmm. That Light will become a Shinigami of sorts. Will become an immortal.
Yeah. Like, and
so will it be Ryuk versus...
I don't know, but also, did Els and Watari, I don't know how to say his name. What is it? Watari?
Yeah.
Him, like, all those years... Or wait, no. Okay, so all those years went to Rem.
And then half go to Misa.
And then, okay, did they go to Misa or did they go to Light?
It was Misa because she protected Misa by... When she dies protecting Misa, her life goes
did she actually protect Misa or was she protecting Light?
She didn't do it with intention to save Light. She did it with intention to save Misa.
Okay, because I feel like what they were about to do, like take the piece or whatever, because Light is who had the piece in his watch. So technically it would be like protecting both of them.
Well, was it Light that had the piece in his watch, or is that the piece that Rem ripped off to touch Misa with?
No, because he had it in there.
He had a piece from one of the Death Notes from a long time ago, but the way that it was ripped looked like the one that Rem ripped and touched Misa with.
Yeah, that's true.
Because his looked like a neat, like it was ripped, but it looked like a neat, like, little piece, whereas hers was just like...
The way Rem ripped it, though, was pretty neat. Like,
was it?
Yeah.
I don't know. That's what I assumed it was. I didn't think of the piece in the watch. I thought the piece that Rem ripped out. So I don't know. I could be wrong, but that's what I thought.
Yeah. I definitely can't wait to, like, rewatch all this and, like, catch things that...
I think it'll be easier because it is so cerebral, and I think there's a lot of things, like, it's going to be hindsight's 2020 when you're going back.
Yeah.
That it'll be nice to kind of have a few rewatches of this. I feel like this is one of those shows you need a couple rewatches to get every single detail.
Yeah.
But I am going to go with my throwback theory, my super long throwback theory, where maybe it ends up being Ryuk versus Light in the end, for Light trying to become a Shinigami, to actually try, because he keeps saying he's a god, or like the god in the new world, and way back I said I thought he was going to try to get immortality like a Shinigami, and I wonder if there is some way for him to do that, so that way when he kills these people he gets all the years.
Well, like, even Rim was saying, like, basically, like, a Shinigami, like, their insides or whatever have, like, the way she was saying, evolved. Like, the way she said it was kind of like...
They're a separate type of...
Saying that, like, you evolve from a person to a Shinigami, but I didn't
take it that way, but yeah, I mean, I guess.
Whenever I heard her say that, I was like, so did she used to be like a person and then she lost her insides to be able to eat an apple, like, and taste it, and you know what I mean? Like,
well, they can taste it, they just don't need to eat to live.
Well, but she said the question was, do Shinigamis love apples? You know, gods of death love apples, and she said, well, not necessarily. So, like, that's what made me think they might not be able to taste it. But he says that they're so juicy, so...
Yeah, I would think it's just they don't need it. It's like a vampire. Yeah. Like, vampires don't need to eat to live, but some of them still enjoy to eat, is the way that I looked at that.
Yeah.
I really feel like Light is going to want to become a godlike creature.
Yeah.
Character. All right, but it's like 6 minutes in. Let's jump into it, see what's going on. There was a lot that happened last episode, so you had to expect there's going to be a lot to talk about in the beginning of this.
Yes.
But let's go ahead, jump into it, and see what's going down.
We are only broadcasting in the Kanto region of Japan. You are in Japan, and your first victim is little more than an experiment, which means that you haven't been in for very long.
So is this going to be like a recap episode?
The investigation. I am sure that somewhere in this list of police officers and the people closest to them, we will find our suspect. Here we are on December 19th. Using prison inmates, Kira conducts experiments manipulating
See, if the fiance was still alive, I'd say she would be the best one to come back, you know?
We could use it against them.
That was the first death that I really changed my feelings about Light.
Yeah.
So it's her. She was working under me. If that's the case, then Kira managed to get to her first.
Her walking, I was going to say, up to that staircase was like a really good image.
At this stage, I'd like to place wiretaps and surveillance cameras in both households.
That's my son you're talking about. Are you honestly telling me that you suspect him?
I do suspect him.
And he knew the whole time, too, you know?
I want to tell you,
He knew the whole time.
I suspect that you, Light Yagami, are in fact Kira.
So this is what messes me up about this whole scenario is Elle always felt one step ahead the whole time.
What would it take to get you to believe that I'm not Kira? Please, isn't there something?
And then this is where, I was gonna say, Misa comes into it.
Yep.
You told us that Kira couldn't kill without a name!
Dang.
This is the police! Stop this broadcast now!
There's a strong possibility that this Kira's a fake. I'd like your permission to ask your son to cooperate with us on this investigation.
At the very least, I'd say this isn't the Kira we're familiar with.
If there's a message here written in some code that only people who have this Shinigami power can understand, there'd be no way for me to decipher it.
Ryuzaki, what's the meaning of this?
And here's where the long con goes in with the
you could kill me right now.
rescinding
When you
and...
admit to being the second Kira, is this the reason you wish to die?
No.
I can't be Kira. It's an act. There's no could be about it. You are Kira.
I wonder if they're still going to try to go through with the 13-day thing.
Yeah, I know I used to
With
believe
the
that in here, but this
convicted
useless
killer.
pride. Get rid of it. Ryuzaki, I realized that I was the one pushing for confinement, and that
This
I
is such an amazing moment in the
This whole thing's
show.
completely
Yep.
pointless. I'm not Kira. You have to get me out of here. It's already been 50
I love this
days.
point in the show, though, where Light gives up the death note. It's almost like he created another character in the show.
Yeah.
Without even introducing another character.
Right.
That's crazy.
This was crazy. This was crazy.
One of the most intense moments of the whole show.
Yep. I got goosebumps all over again.
No, Dad.
Damn. See, if they hadn't given up their death notes right there, they would have broke.
Oh, yeah.
They would have definitely broke.
Would you be interested in using Misa Amane as your new spokesperson? Ryuzaki, are you watching this? The 8 men who came here were having a meeting to decide who they get Kira to kill for them.
If Matsuda dies,
It's freaking
suspicions
ballsy.
about the Yotsuba group would be confirmed.
Do you think there's anything
That
I can
mattress
do
would
to
have.
save myself?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Matsuda, you idiot.
I love this recap.
Good luck, Misa!
I'm surprised they never pushed a little more on this.
Yeah.
But with them capturing Higuchi, it kind of like pushed to the
It kind of
wayside.
happened fast, you know?
Does that mean you'll marry me, Misa?
So, based on what he said, Higuchi is Kira.
Even the recap seems to be getting faster as well.
Yeah.
The music and everything.
I see Higuchi. I'm in pursuit.
We're heading after him.
Yo.
Higuchi, ditch the car. He's driving away. This is traffic control.
That was pretty epic though.
Just by looking at someone's face,
I think the
his
purpose.
is in mind. You'll move in to arrest him.
I kind of thought the way he goes down was a little fast, but
Yeah.
it was still cool.
Boom.
What is it, Mr. Yagami?
It's a monster.
I like the Rim's just chilling there, like.
Yeah, like what? I don't want him to be dead. I don't believe it, but I know it's true, but
Nothing creating its rules.
The following is the record which contains everything I have investigated on the Kira incident. The fact that now you are reading this message means I am no longer alive at this moment.
Who did he send it to?
I hereby leave this record as my firm achievement. That is all.
Okay, I was like, so he freaking deleted it.
Who could have guessed that Watari was actually a famous inventor?
The paper says he founded orphanages around the world using the fortune he inherited from his patents.
He was a fine man, a hero.
But it doesn't help us now. We can't continue investigating using this place as our base with L and Watari gone.
Come on, what are you talking about, Light? You're the only one who can take on the role of L.
And he said he would.
I can understand how you feel, but you're really the only one of us who can do this.
That's right. Even Ryozaki said so himself. You would be capable of succeeding L.
Just as I thought. It's too simple. It's no fun without Ryozaki here. I'll be able to do the same sort of work using both this computer and my own. In fact, it'll be possible for me to act as L in the comfort of my own room. I can be Watari as well. But it'll be difficult to pull off with Mom and Sayu around. Things would be easier if I could rent a one-bedroom apartment.
Well, considering your age, it certainly wouldn't look odd to anyone if I let you move out on your own.
All that's left to figure out now is what to do with a notebook.
It's really not that difficult.
Isn't it weird to say, well, nobody
There's
probably
five of
knew
us
that they
here,
were there.
and we know none
I
of
was
us
gonna
will
say
ever
nobody
use
they
that
leave.
book. We'll just have one of us take it and hide it somewhere where no one else can ever get to it.
We'll avenge Ryozaki together.
Yeah, Kira is still out there somewhere. We'll catch him, that's a promise.
Well then, why don't we have a little party to celebrate Light becoming L number 2?
Quit fooling around. Now's not the time for stuff like that.
Light,
what'd you say?
this is our first date in forever. You mean it?
Yeah, I've already rented a place.
Victory. Over Kiyomi and Mari and Yuri.
So in
He feels bad.
gonna get pretty boring from now on.
I don't know. I don't know.
He feels bad.
That's not true, Ryuk. Huh?
I feel like he
From
does.
this moment on, I'll show you the creation of the new world.
So dramatic, so like grandiose.
Damn.
It's like in the start where he was just going ham.
It's like he's composing, like.
It's like gonna say like he was doing a symphony of death,
Yeah.
you know, like. Oh snap!
Oh, that poor kitty.
Is he killing all the people from the team?
Yeah. No. Are you serious?
Daddy?
Just as I'm like, he feels bad, I
Is he
take that
getting rid of all
back.
the people from the business group?
Namikawa, what's wrong?
Oh my god.
Oh
my god! He's just getting rid of everybody!
In April 2012, Light Yagami, age 23, joined Japan's National Police Agency. In the summer of 2012, Kira's killings increased at an unprecedented rate. The world was
Is it like a
heading into
religion?
dark age in which Kira's will was the only law.
That's crazy. That's the orphanage. Yeah.
Damn.
What is it, Roger?
It's Al. He's dead.
I think you're right, babe.
What?
That did you see the kid with the puzzle? He had like white hair, but it looked like crazy like L's.
Like a brother?
Or a relative. Yeah. But I don't know what the second dude was. Or if they're both relatives. They could both be brothers for all we know.
So like
And
was
that
the,
dude had the picture of
the white hair though
retarded
made
dude.
him look like he was like an old man.
He looked like a young kid. Well,
But
I
like
mean,
he was like down on the ground.
well, I was to say
and,
the fact
like-
that he was sitting on the ground.
And like, why
the
would
way
he be in
was.
like an orphanage doing that kind of stuff? You know, as if he had like.
I don't think he is. I don't know. He could be the same age as Elle, but just the hair looked like your
just looked
theory
like-
plus the hair.
Well, the thing that threw me off, I think, is the hair color because it's like white, like gray, like a.
It didn't look
Old
gray. It looked
person.
white, like a cool anime person that has white hair. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like,
Well, yeah, that's true.
I don't know, but I'm not sure who the second person is. Just the fact that Elle was like
Go back to
weird.
that last scene.
Just the fact that Elle was like weird and like kind of like out there. Not necessarily weird, but you know what I mean. He was atypical.
Yeah.
And this kid is doing this puzzle. I keep saying kid, but we don't know. See, but the hair makes
The
me
hair
think.
looks like freaking Elle's hair.
Now, the taller guy, though, I don't know what his story is. Our little television's all messed up. I didn't know that. Fix it. So I don't know. But the white-haired person makes me think.
And the way they're
Elle.
like laying on the
Yeah.
or like sitting on the ground.
Exactly. Do they have shoes on?
That's what I'm looking for.
You know, like, I can't
know.
tell. Oh, let me mute. That way we don't have to worry about editing.
It doesn't show the feet.
Yeah. I don't know.
Dang.
But I think
That's
you could be
weird.
right that there was another individual, but there's
Well, it
two.
seemed like there was something about those flashbacks.
There's two. I figured there was going to be something with the flashbacks, but I thought it was going to be giving us some background information on his character, not necessarily introducing another character. But
Yeah.
we did say that in order for it to go forward, they kind of have to introduce another character. Excuse me. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I don't know.
All I can say is I was kind of upset at the way that Elle died and Watsuri died and Rem, because I'm like, I was worried about where the story would go. So I was kind of upset with that as being like an ending.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm really interested to see who these people are though in the story now.
Yeah. And who's that older guy?
I don't know.
Was he the guy in the flashback holding his hand?
There was the picture of the billionaire or whatever, inventor on the table, but that's his like orphanage. But I'm like, are they related in some way?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not sure. And
But
I wonder if it's
it
going to
was
send...
Watari though that was the billionaire, right?
Yeah.
That was in the picture.
Yeah. That's why I said maybe they're related in some way. The old man in the orphanage and him. I don't know. But I'm wondering if when he deletes everything, if it sends a copy to that computer that sent the signal.
Oh yeah.
So that way, even though
It was
Light
like the same
deleted everything,
writing.
even though Light deleted everything on their end, I wonder if they have all the information. And
I hope so.
now that Light is kind of like free to himself to like portray them and do his own thing, however, and kind of be open about it, has he made any mistakes that would be easy for them to pick up now? Because he was playing it really safe before.
Well, they even said like ever since he's became like the leader, all the killings have increased, and
but the fact that they've increased doesn't necessarily mean he slipped up. But I think it'd be easier for him to do so because he doesn't think there's anyone that can challenge him.
yeah, but he doesn't know about this other group apparently at this orphanage.
I don't know. I'm excited to see where it goes from here. I was kind of frustrated before because I didn't see the direction of the story, where it could go, but now I'm excited. And at first we were like, well, if they introduce new characters, not enough show left. And I'm like, all right, well, they're introducing new characters. I'm very interested. So
Yeah.
it's like, my tune has changed already. But
yeah, no. My thing is though, like, was that like that was an orphanage? Because like, why would older people be there? You get what I'm saying? Because like, once you turn 18, orphanages like kick you out, right?
if it's the state, if you're a ward of the state, like they can do whatever they want. That's like a privately funded organization. Like that dude, that billionaire guy, like set up those.
Because like, I kind of feel like the way like they were like doing the puzzle and everything, it was kind of like a mental house.
I don't know.
Like that's kind of in like, you know, L kind of like, you know, a lot of people said like he seemed like he had like
or
autism.
something, yeah.
So it's like, I wonder if that house, on top of like orphanages and stuff that this billionaire founded, did he also like donate money to
Take care of those who needed it.
exactly?
I don't know. Well, we'll find out as we watch more.
Because it just doesn't make sense, because it feels like that guy's like older because he's got like white hair, and I feel like that's
I think you're reading into the white hair too much, because he doesn't look like an old man, like just from his posture and the way that like.
I just look
he
at
doesn't
like
look
everyone
like an old
else's
man.
hair that we've seen, and it's like their hairs are pretty like stereotypical colors. Like it's like there's blonde, there's brown, there's black, there's gray, but his is white. It's
That
just
doesn't mean
different.
He's old.
It's just different. That's
Yeah,
all I'm
I
saying.
definitely think he's different.
Yeah, it reminds me of like a Einstein.
I think there's like the thing about the show though is there are colors. Like he's also isn't he wearing white as well though? Yeah, he's wearing all white as well.
Yeah, that's a good point. He
So
could
it's
just-
like the
it could
show's
just be,
very
like, who
based
he
off
is.
of like red eyes, blue eyes with the Matsuda with the gold, and like how they all fit into these different categories. And pure white with like white, gray, or whatever hair makes me think of like purity, or
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Where Ryuk's like all black and
whereas
pimento eyed.
yeah. And the way L's hair was like black with like the white kind of like, yeah.
And his eyes were black with like the crazy. I don't know. I am very excited to see who these people are though, and I didn't think I would be interested if they introduced new characters, because I'm like, me and you were both talking about it, how they needed to for it to make sense, but
Yeah.
that there wouldn't be enough time left. But if the way that they're doing it kind of comes baked in with the story though.
Yeah.
Especially with them pushing Light is L number 2.
Yeah. Well, with
and
them
then there's somebody
saying that
connected
they're
to
connected
that story.
to L, the way that they kind of like, yeah, I'm like, I think I've kind of changed like you, because I'm like, oh yeah, there's no way they can introduce new characters. That'd be lame.
But it's
like,
already baked into the story.
yeah,
It's
I
not
feel
like
like-
someone coming out of left field that has nothing to do with the case. Like
yeah,
some
like, these
brash new
people are,
investigator
like,
that's like, I'm hot on the
connected,
case.
and the way his puzzle said L on it, like,
I didn't even notice that.
yeah, it was a white puzzle with just an L.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Yeah. So that's kind of like, is L like their like a family thing, like a family?
Well, and I had
name
said
thing?
before, like, I wonder if there was like a previous one and it carries on.
Yeah.
And, so I don't know. But I am excited to find out. Let us know what you thought in the comment section down below. Like it if you did, something if you don't already. Shout out to our patrons watching the full and early reactions up on Patreon. Thank you so much for your support. You really don't know how much it means to us. It means the world. We'll be back with more videos soon. We love you guys.
Bye.